Good morning to you. It's Thursday morning, the 30th of August. We're super close to fall. I've had to wear a flannel shirt the last couple of days on my little morning excursions. I love fall, but I don't like the uncertainty of knowing what to wear when you go outside on your little walks. In summer, you're uncomfortable, but at least you know exactly what you're going to wear. Shorts and a t-shirt, get up and go. Now it's, I don't know, let me check the weather app on my phone first. What did we ever do before weather apps on our phones? What did we ever do before cell phones? So, I have heard through grapevines that Chief Salvaggio and Judge Peavy are both aware of me, and I would like to personally invite either or both of them to have a discussion with me. I think that would be awesome. Obviously, I wouldn't be able to talk about any of the ongoing cases with Chief Salvaggio because, well, that just wouldn't be right. For the same reason why I wouldn't talk about the ongoing cases with OG2. However, it'd be interesting to get his perspective on certain things, like filming in public, like First Amendment activities in general, like tolerable police responses to filming and things like that. That would be interesting. I have a sneaking suspicion, I've had it for quite some time, that Mr. Salvaggio is not the evil, bad, dirty tyrant that James Freeman et al. Like to paint him as. I mean, again, I doubt he's perfect. I've never met a perfect person. He probably does good things. He probably does bad things. And yeah. But anyway, I think it'd be interesting to talk to him. As far as Judge Peavy is concerned, I 100% support her actions in all of this. Her finding Freeman in contempt was 100% spot on. No, you don't like the First Amendment. I have been absolutely clear about this. The Fifth Amendment right to due process, the need for the judge to retain decorum in the courtroom, the interests of justice. There's all sorts of factors that come into play in filming in a courtroom, and yeah, I've been 100% up on it. I have nothing to apologize for. I think she was 100% right. And I think Bao was 100% wrong for doing what he did. And it'd be interesting to humanize her. I know that people in this community have done a lot of dehumanizing. They've painted her to be a monster. And it'd be interesting. Hey! What the hell are you doing, dude? Relax. It would be interesting to hear her perspectives, and everybody wants to say that, we were just calling. I don't think that that's true. You don't get a jury giving you 6 months and $2,000 fine and 6 months in jail over just phone calls. I have a sneaking suspicion that it was slightly more detailed. So it would be definitely interesting, I think, to hear both of them, to hear the wails and moans from the community. Oh my God, he wants to talk to people who are the bad guys. They're not the bad guys. I don't believe in good guys and bad guys. but I know Peavy didn't do nothing. That's for damn sure. And I don't think Salvaggio did as much wrong as everybody wants to paint. You may notice that he is still lacking in indictment. Things that make you go, I've been told, I've never been a prosecutor, so you'll have to forgive me. This is just hearsay. It's not really hearsay, but it's just a rumor, just things I've heard, that you can indict a ham sandwich. So maybe you can, maybe you can't, but Salvaggio hasn't been indicted yet. That may be indicative of something, that may not. Relax, dude, come on. He's all excited. He's all excited. I don't know why. We walk past those poodles every day. Apparently they were just a little bit too close today. And he decided he had to let him know. Terrible. He goes to doggy play care every day. And he plays in all the groups, and he's the best little dog at doggy play care. They actually use him in the small dog groups from time to time. I don't know exactly why, but they do. It might have to do with his little sister here, little Miss Prancy Prance. Well, that's having a hell of a time focusing, isn't it? There we go, there's little Miss Prancy Prance. Might have to do with him being used to being around her. So maybe he's just good with little dogs. But anyway, they all love him there, and he doesn't get put in timeout. And then we see those two dogs on the street that he's seen every day, literally every day, and he growls. Kids, huh? What else do we want to talk about? I don't really think I had much else to talk about. I did have I'm not going to call it interesting. I had a conversation with someone on my Discord that people are telling me is Common Joe, but I don't think so. Everybody always has like the conspiracy theories about people and alternate accounts. I don't know. I'm more of a, well, once proof comes out, I'll believe it kind of guy. And honestly, I really don't much care if he uses a different screen name. But he's trying the old Common Joe tactics. Ethics. What about ethics? What about my feelings? And it was just standard sovereign citizen nonsense. He started off by making claims. His claims were that the charges, or not the charges, the bail conditions, or his bond conditions, were unconstitutional. And he said that courts have found them to be unconstitutional, and when asked for what courts, he wouldn't, or what citations, he wouldn't provide any. And then he said there was a video where Common Joe clowned on Judge Peavy in her courtroom, and she took it, and no, no, not from what I've seen of quick to contempt Judge Peavy. Although I don't even know if that was quick to contempt. I have a feeling that she was tipped off about cell phones or something like that, or recording devices. From the way I watched a little clip of that video again last night where Freeman was found in contempt, and it seemed like she was looking for it. She was aware of it. So it'd be interesting to ask her the backstory on that. So hopefully somebody with some pull gets her in touch with me, finds out if she's willing, and gets her set up on Discord, because that would be totally awesome. Where was I going with that? Oh yeah, so he didn't provide any evidence of either of those two things. He didn't provide a link to the video, and he didn't provide any citations. And then he immediately switched to the ethics of the situation. And talking about the ethics of a situation is basically just talking about your feelings, your opinions. Well, in my opinion, apples are better than oranges. Well, in my opinion, oranges are better than apples. Oh, you're being unethical because it's more ethical to think apples are better than oranges. It's just trying to talk about your feelings and disguising it as some absolute moral standard that obviously everybody must abide by, or else they're being unethical. It's all bull. And then he went to trying to insult and paint me as a you're a cat lover. Whatever, dude. It's always the same. It's always the same things. Oh, I missed the moral outrage step. That's what I missed. Yeah, there was a moral outrage step in there too. That came after the disguising ethics as opinion, or disguising opinions as ethics. Then came the moral outrage. And then after the moral outrage came the, I guess they'd be technically ad hominems. You obviously can't be right because you like cops. Didn't you defend cops? Aren't you upset that Roy Oliver got 15 years? No, I'm not upset. Oh yeah, that was another interesting conversation. Not really interesting, but yeah, I've always been against long sentences. I don't think that long sentences act as a deterrent to crime. I have never seen any indication, any studies, anything that shows that longer sentences deter crime or reduce crimes committed. I guess in one way it kind of does, because while those people are in prison or jail, they're not out on the streets committing crime. That's not to say they can't commit crimes while in jail or prison, but at least they're not doing it out on the street. So that's like the only thing. But I don't know. It just seems to me that, you have someone spend 10, 20, 30 years in prison, they're not going to come out being adapted to society. They will have, their mental and psychological processes will have adapted to being prison inmates, and they will respond accordingly. I don't know. I just don't think it's I just don't like long sentences. I don't like long sentences, and I definitely don't like the death penalty. So, there you go. If that makes me a cop lover, I'll live with it. Anyway, I guess that's about it. Oh yeah, and Common Joe, the offer still stands. Sunday, 4 p.m. Pacific. If you think you got the chops, let me know. Same to you, Chicken Little, or Chicken Hawk, or Chicken Shit, whatever the hell your name is. Sunday, 4 p.m. If you could go to Comic-Con on Sunday, then I guess you could do an hour or two on Discord from home, couldn't you? Anyway, thanks for watching. Have a great day.